Department and MySafe LA to host a wildlife safety fair for the community in Los Feliz.
I want to thank MySafe LA and the Los Angeles Fire Department for being out here today and for doing the work every single day to keep Angelenos safe.
We are out here at the Licey School here in Los Feliz for a wildfire safety fair in partnership with MySafe LA and the Los Angeles Fire Department.
MySafe LA produces these wildfire safety fairs throughout the Los Angeles area. The #1 challenge is engaging people that live, particularly in the canyons and the wildfire urban interface, the places that are so at risk from wildfire, is a bit of a challenge. So we create these fairs with incentive, free food, lots of demonstrations, the opportunity to meet firefighters. We do all of this so that when people leave, they have knowledge that they didn't have before.
Yeah, first time here, but got a lot of reading material, a lot of good stuff. It's all available online, but it's better when you put a face to it and connect to a real human being. So glad they're showing up in the neighborhood.
What we're here to do is to get together and collaborate on how we're going to be safe before, during, and after an emergency. And some of those emergencies might be an earthquake, a flood, or a fire. And really the success in any one of those emergencies is how the people that you see here today, along with the public, collaborate and keep each other safe.
We are in a moment right now where climate change is making the risk of fires more intensive here in Los Angeles. And so ensuring that neighbors have the tools to be prepared is really, really important. So if you sign up for our mailing list, you can make sure that you know when the next one is, and that's at councildistrict4.lacity.gov.
Bringing people together with a shared love of the city and a mission to make it better was the Tom LaBonge Way. At the day of service in his honor, LA Civil Rights Department, city officials, and community members joined with the LaBonge family to clean up and make the city a better place.
Today we are here at the Tom LaBonge Day of Service in Council District 10 with Councilmember Heather Hutt and a number of community members to celebrate the life, legacy, and community of former Councilman Tom LaBonge.
Every day is a great honor to represent this city and this district, so I just want to work hard for the people of Los Angeles.
This is what Tom was all about today. You know, he started with Mayor Bradley in 1974. And he worked for sanitation.
This was Tom's thing. Tom loved doing this every day. Beautification was a big deal for him, so it's in his heart. So we celebrate that always about Tom, always about that.
I think it's good. We're getting out in the city, and we're doing something as simple as picking up trash, clearing weeds, and just making the area around us even prettier.
Tom LaBonge was dirty hands in a literal way. He'd get in the ditch and he'd clean up the city.
Regardless of whether it was in his district or not, he was someone who cared about people, loved people, but wanted to make sure we had a beautiful Los Angeles.
He made me feel a love for my community that I felt ashamed that I didn't have. And that inspires you to want to give a little bit more. That's what brings us out here every year now that we have done the Tom LaBonge Day of Services.
He was always out, always on time, always delivering great services with a smile and love.
His commitment was very much to our city, to community, to diversity, to joy, to coming together and working together to make the city a better place.
He showed us the way that I believe all humans, and particularly citizens of Los Angeles, should carry themselves, and we're just here to carry that out, and it's a blessing to be in his orbit and around all these beautiful people from so many different departments.
He was that guy who made a difference in LA, loved LA, and brought people together to celebrate the beautiful diversity of our city.
Don't litter, come out for community cleanup, and help to make our city as shiny and bright as we all know it can be.
An in-person job fair at Los Angeles Trade Tech College was abuzz with meet and greets and on-the-spot job interviews. For those attending this Build Your Future event, the future is certainly looking bright.
We're here on campus at Los Angeles Trade Tech College. We're from Coalition for Responsible Community Development. And we're providing a job fair for our community. It's called Build Your Future. Our focus obviously is to bring higher end employers to our community and to focus in the South LA area.
We are recruiting for healthcare caregivers to provide services for our clients. We've gotten so many really good employees from the Trade Tech job fair, to be honest with you. Every time we come back, it's a great experience. Every person we've ever hired on, they're actually still with us. So it's kind of a good collaboration, right? We're able to get employees, but we can also employ them with great jobs.
We have great employers here. We have unions. We have different sectors that are here. So our focus is for the participants to come, introduce themselves, pretty much sell themselves, right? All the hard work that they've been doing up to this point, where they've attended resume workshops, they've attended interviewing skills workshop, mock interviews. That's good to prepare them to come and meet and build that relationship with the employer and hopefully get that employment opportunity. Our participants are those that come into our Workforce Center wanting to find training opportunities, employment opportunities to build that long-term career.
Don't be hesitant. You know, it takes one decision to kind of change the rest of your life.
You might get hired on the spot, so which is even better. So that's what I like about it.
Building relationships, knowing the community and its concerns. It's all in a day's work for the Los Angeles Police Department. Newton Division LAPD hosted a coffee and conversation event at Inner City Arts to meet the community right where they are.
We having coffee with the police.
We have a monthly event where we have coffee with conversation all throughout different neighborhoods within Newton area, and we try to have as many community members come out, and we have our senior lead officers as well as police officers who are here to mingle with stakeholders and ask questions and answer questions.
They can get to know their senior lead officer, and more importantly sometimes for the senior lead to get to know them. What is their business? Where are they located? What are their concerns?
It's like having a private chat with the police department. You can always come and tell them your concerns about the problems on your community, and they will listen to you.
Without you, there's no us.
If you have a question about crime in your area, about how crimes are investigated, police response times, this is a very easy way to connect with the police officers that patrol your neighborhood and ask them those sorts of questions.
My favorite part about events like this is just coming out to the community, speaking with community members, finding out what some of their concerns that they may have, and also, building relationships. I love to give my business cards out, and so people know who they can contact, and they can put a name to a face with LAPD. We have our senior lead officers who come out, like I said, if there's any questions or concerns that community members, business owners have, we're here to answer those questions and try to let them know that the LAPD is here for them. It's a partnership.
LA Mayor Karen Bass announced that the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, LADWP, has been awarded $8 million in grant funding to help strengthen grid infrastructure. The grant from the U.S. Department of Energy's Grid Deployment Office will be used to maintain and enhance hydroelectricity production. LADWP will use the funding at 2 power plants in Los Angeles to ensure the reliable operation of 3 older turbine generators. $5 million of the grant will go to the Elderberry Dam Works at the Castaic Power Plant operated by LADWP. For more information on this funding, visit mayor.lacity.gov/press. LA City Attorney Heidi Feldstein Soto was honored with the CREO Award by the East Los Angeles Community Union, Telecu, at their annual 2024 Building the Dream Gala. Telecu provides services like affordable housing, scholarships, and leadership development programs to support and empower families and communities. Honoree Feldstein Soto was recognized for her legislative work on behalf of all Angelenos, especially the city's youth. Telecu is a nonprofit organization focused on community development, and this event benefited its Education Foundation. For more information on the City Attorney's Office, visit cityattorney.lacity.gov/news. LA City Council has approved a funding request by Councilmember Bob Blumenfield to expand the services of Safe Parking LA in the West San Fernando Valley. Through Safe Parking LA, the funding of $50,000 will support case management, outreach services, and general operations. Funds will also be used to provide financial assistance for driver's license fees, vehicle registration or renewal, auto repairs, and other expenses. Participants in the program will continue to receive homeless services and support to secure more permanent housing. Contracts with the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority and Safe Parking LA will be amended to provide the program services until June 30th, 2025. For more information on the work of LA City Council, visit lacity.gov/government.
At various times, a drum beat has been a call to action or brought news of an event. In some cultures, the drum beat is considered to be the Earth's pulse. At the Day of the Drum Festival in Watts, there was much to learn and enjoy. Let's listen to the beat.
Today at the Watts Towers Arts Center campus, we have something very, very special for our community.
We are so excited to be here today to be celebrating the 42nd annual Watts Towers Day of the Drum Festival.
The Day of the Drum is all about drumming. All cultures have drums, so that's what we are today, traditional drumming on the stage.
The Day of the Drums is a way of honoring the different people in our communities, bringing people together to celebrate the different cultures, to celebrate the food, the arts, the drums.
Today at the Day of the Drum Festival, I saw when I played, it was a very warm and loving crowd. Everything that I was playing, I was seeing that the crowd was trying to understand it. This was an amazing experience, and I hope to be back next year.
Music is something that brings people together.
These truly are some of the very important cultural treasures that we have here in Los Angeles.
MTO Shah Maksudi is an international nonprofit whose members in Reseda make a difference in LA. Their strong spirit of volunteering and contributing to the community was honored with a square dedication in their name.
We're here at MTO Shah Maksudi School of Islamic Sufism in Reseda, and today we have a very exciting day because it's the unveiling of the new MTO Shah Maksudi Square, which council members Bob Blumenfield and Nitya Rahman have been a great help and a great asset to our community and our school.
It was my pleasure, and it was my colleague Bob Blumenfield's pleasure to introduce a motion in council to officially rename this area MTO Shah Maksudi Square.
To see a group like this that has anchored itself in this community through a spirit of volunteership has been really special, and everyone feels welcome here.
It's not just a new name for this corner, but what we do is we honor and celebrate a legacy, a vision, and a profound connection that MTO Shah Maksudi has nurtured within the heart of Los Angeles. So this is a really great, historic, and joyous occasion for us in our organization.
And it's also a very exciting day because it's the International Day of Peace.
So part of Sufism is the concept of community service and helping others.
And on a personal level, I even want to help everyone in my community who's underserved and needs the help.
International Day of Peace, I think it's essential, especially in this world that we live in and with all the chaos going on, that it's essential to come back to ourselves and to our communities and just really caring for one another. I think service is one of the greatest honors.
I look around, I see so many friendly faces, folks that I've known over the years, and I've been here many times into the beautiful sanctuary and on these really, I want to say hallowed grounds, because it really is beautiful here. One of the things they do, which is great, they put together care packages. And they do it with a lot of care. I mean, they put together these bags that have personal supplies for the homeless or food.
We have a big donation that is going to Inside Safe, Mayor Karen Bass's initiative towards homelessness, and also to Shia's Hope Los Angeles.
Events are really important because it's a really great opportunity to bring everyone together to introduce what our school is, what we do, and get to know us on a personal level and us of them.
Well, we're really grateful for all the guests and attendees, all our nonprofit partners, all the collaborative efforts with the City of Los Angeles, with the council members, all of the organizations. And to be honest, it's a really great opportunity.
How do we keep children safe in the car? What are the rules around car seats? LA's Community Investment for Families Department hosted a safety workshop in East LA to help parents get to grips with car seat safety.
So today we're here at the Weingart East Los Angeles YMCA in our Community Development Center, where we offer a series of workshops. Today we're here for child passenger safety and to ensure that our families understand all the rules and safety required to make sure that their child are safe in their cars.
The most dangerous part in the vehicle is in the front. That airbag comes out at 350 miles an hour, and that pound of pressure, a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old is gonna crush their face. Keep your child in the back. In the back seat, it's safer.
We're gonna have classes here to learn how to install the car seats. So we're grateful to have these classes to be able to learn all of those things and not make mistakes.
Everything's preventable as long as we educate ourselves and try to save a child's life. In the City of Los Angeles, we'll educate through a press conference, and then we'll do workshops, and then we go out and we start doing trainings in the community on car seat safety, hands-on. So we explain to them what is the proper seat, how to install the seat, what is the law, and what will keep their child safe.
We traveled around in a big flatbed truck, so 6, 7, 8 kids, in the back, nothing holding us down or holding us back in case of accidents. So we've come a long way, and yes, I am a new grandma of a 4-month-old baby, which is why I was staring at your baby there. So beautiful. As a new grandmother of a 4-month-old baby, I'm now going to pay much more attention to some of the things that I'd heard that I didn't know before. So I'm really excited about these resources at the Weingart YMCA.
So there are so many benefits into attending educational workshops. Just today alone, every single mom came up to me telling me that they learned something new, that they didn't know. And a lot of those mothers are mothers of multiple children. And so that just lets you know that education is key, and we just have to keep educating our community.
It began at South Park Recreation Center, but Pretty in Pink is now so successful that it takes the Los Angeles Swimming Stadium to hold all the girls. It's the 10th year of this Girls Empowerment Conference, and the program continues to go from strength to strength.
Today we're celebrating Pretty in Pink, a Girls Empowerment Conference.
So this idea for Pretty in Pink was created at South Park Recreation Center, and it started off during Valentine's Day, where we just wanted to give something to the girls and empower them. We noticed that they were struggling with a lot of things, such as hygiene and peer pressure. It started off really small, however, it's grown to be what it is now, and we're so happy to be celebrating the 10th anniversary of Pretty in Pink.
It's really fun. You get to hang out with your friends, learn new things.
created a day where it's a day just for them, where we have different sessions. We have girl talks, we have a hygiene session, a yoga session, and just a day where we can empower them, educate them, and celebrate.
Like make new friends and have fun.
We're always trying to be creative and innovative. We're always coming up with new topics. So therefore, they're able to leave each year with something different, whether it's about anxiety, peer pressure, bullying. Each year they come to learn something different, and that's the importance of this program. I hope that each time that they leave, they take something back home with them. I hope that they meet new girls, they network, and realize that all our struggles, we all struggle with the same thing, and it doesn't matter where we're from or where we live. We can all come together and be one.
We have girls that are now city staff that started as Pretty in Pink members. So we're very grateful of the success of the program, and we're just thankful for the opportunity that we have to make an impact on the girls.
Empowerment in Pink. Well done to everyone who made Pretty in Pink such a great event. We were at the swearing in of the new LA City Council president. In our feature story this week, we caught up with Marquise Harris Dawson at this pivotal moment to find out more about his work and the priorities he brings to the leadership role at City Council.
Good afternoon. My name is Holly Walcott, and I'm the City Clerk for the City of Los Angeles, and it is my pleasure and honor today to swear in Marquise Harris Dawson as Council President. I, Marquise Harris Dawson.
I, Marquise Harris Dawson.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
It's a very exciting day. It represents a transfer in authority on the LA City Council and an affirmation of our charge to make the city a more livable place for all Angelinos.
The Honorable Marquise Harris Dawson, an internal change agent, and to move from that point and not lose his integrity, his focus, and his commitment to be the voice of the people. It's important at a time like this for those of us who are still community change agents to stand in solidarity, because our city will be the better for it.
Ethical, strong, visionary, principled leadership. That's what Marquise Harris Dawson has always demonstrated, and that's what he'll continue to demonstrate as the president of the City Council.
We're just excited about your leadership. You've got the training, background, and experience to do the job. We know you can and know that we are with you, and we're proud of you. Continued success. Keep up the good work.
I'm excited with your leadership because you're an organizer. And just looking at the crowd of the people who came to support you, it's a testament to how that's not all talk, it's real work.
The first half of his first term, he was already authoring Proposition HHH, the nation's largest investment towards ending homelessness. For most of us, something like that would have been a career achievement, and the entire city is continuing to benefit from that work.
What you can expect is a council that focuses on our most pressing issues, homelessness and housing, which are married to each other. We're going to press as hard as we can to accelerate the programs that we already have. We also want to work on making our streets safer. That means having a fully staffed police department, but it also means having alternative responses, like for mental health, for basic nuisances, for disputes, all those kinds of things that we can do in addition to what LAPD does for us.
Council President, thank you very much for being willing to take this task on. I have so much confidence in the future of our city under your leadership, and it gives me great pride to be able to pass the reins to you.
In this week's Things to Do, light up the night on historic Broadway, celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day, and take it to the streets for a ciclovia in the heart of LA. All this up next on Things to Do.
LA's Broadway lights up the night on October 12th with a spectacular array of entertainment. Back after 6 years, Broadway Night Lights is a community festival across 5 blocks of LA's historic Broadway. This Broadway night features a host of exclusive performances and tours of the Los Angeles Theater, the Palace Theater, and the $1 Million Theater. Enjoy musical performances by renowned artists and emerging local talents, as well as interactive installations and glow-in-the-dark activities. There'll be food vendors, a Ferris wheel, a classic car show, a lucha libre stage, and kids zone. Join in the fun at downtown's Broadway Night Lights on Saturday, October 12th, beginning at 3 p.m. and continuing until midnight. For more details, visit BroadwayNightLights.com. On Sunday, October 13th, join the Sunland Tujunga group ST Forward to acknowledge and celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day. This cultural and community-centered celebration is rooted in respect for the land. There'll be activities and workshops for all ages on site, along with resources and vendors. Enjoy live music and presentations, a tree planting, and nature plant walks. Traditional arts and crafts and traditional food will also be available. ST Forward was founded by local women to create space for action, anti-racism, and civic engagement with input from diverse community voices. Join the 2024 Sunland Tujunga Indigenous Peoples Day on Sunday, October 13th, beginning at 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. For more information, visit LA's Department of Cultural Affairs at culture.lacity.gov/events. Enjoy the streets of downtown LA and beyond without any car traffic on Sunday, October 13th. It's the 56th Los Angeles Open Streets event, Ciclovia, Heart of LA. This one is big and it's entirely people-powered. Presented by Metro, the event begins at 9 a.m. and connects Boyle Heights, Chinatown, Downtown, Echo Park, and Little Tokyo. Enjoy the city's many streetscapes at a personal pace. Use pedal power and cycle or walk your way around. You could also skateboard, rollerblade, or unicycle. Take part in this Open Streets Ciclovia Heart of LA, taking place on Sunday, October 13th from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. For more information, visit ciclovia.org. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
Did you know that the area of West Los Angeles used to be its own city known as the City of Sawtell? I'm Chris Kiefer, the Senior Librarian here at the West Los Angeles Regional Branch Library, and I have with me here the original seal from the City of Sawtell. Sawtell was incorporated in 1906, and in 1922 the citizens voted to merge the City of Sawtell with the City of Los Angeles. The last city clerk from the City of Sawtell was a man named Lyndon Burzell. He went on to be a local businessman and involved in many community organizations. This library was built in 1956, and upon its one-year anniversary in 1957, Lyndon Burzell gifted the City of Sawtell seal to the West LA Library so that we could have it here for the future, and it still works. The City of Sawtell seal features the incorporation date, the motto Progress, and in the middle a sycamore tree, which used to be a local landmark here in the area, until unfortunately it was burned down by some careless children and firecrackers.
Los Angeles City Council. Today is Wednesday, the 8th day of October in the year 2024. My name is Marquise Harris Dawson. I serve as president of this council. Public comment will be taken both in person in this council chamber as well as via teleconference for today's meeting. Can we begin our proceedings by calling the roll?
Blumenfield, De Leon, Harris Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Krikorian, Lee, McOsker, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto, Martinez, Yaroslavsky, 11 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
All right, first order of business.
Approval of the minutes of October 8th, 2024.
Councilmember Hutt moves. Councilmember Krikorian seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Padilla moves. Councilmember Yaroslavsky seconds. Next.
Mr. President, there is a request to continue item 14 to Tuesday, October 15th.
Without objection.
And hold item number 1 on the desk.
Without objection.
I will run through the agendas. Items 1 and 2 are noticed for public hearing. Items 3 through 27 are items for which public hearings have been held. On item 11, there is a correction for the agenda, and the item should be referencing the Department of Animal Services, not Department of Aging. Items 28 through 45 are items for which public hearings have not been held. Items 46 through 48 are closed session items considered by the Budget, Finance, and Innovation Committee. On the continuation agenda, item 49 is an item for which public hearing has been held. 10 votes are required for consideration.
All right, though, without objection, those items are before us. Members, are there any specials? Any specials to my left? Councilmember Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President. I would like to take items 40 and 41 special for a separate, not separate, just kidding, for comments.
For comments.
For comments. They can be taken together, though.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other specials on my left? All right. Councilmember Rahman.
Can I call item 26 special for brief comments?
Okay, 26 for comments. Any other specials, members? All right. Seeing no other specials, what items are available for us to vote on?
And Mr. President, there is a request to hold 5 on the desk as well.
Number 5 on the desk?
Yes, sir.
Without objection.
So before council, the council may vote on items 3, 4, 6 through 13, 15 through 25, and 27.
All right, those items are now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
All right. What's next?
Mr. President, would you like to take up the items considered by Budget, Finance, and Innovation Committee?
Yes. Can you let us know which items those are, and then we'll hear from our Budget Chair, Mr. Blumenfield?
Yes, sir. Those are items 46 through 48.
All right. Mr. Blumenfield.
Well, thank you. We heard all 3 of these items in closed session in Budget Committee. We concurred with the City Attorney on 46 and 48. However, we rejected the City Attorney's recommendation on 47. We may want, if colleagues want to know more about that, we may want to go into closed session to hear the details on that. And I kind of look around at my colleagues. Obviously, members of the Budget Committee heard that. Seeing if anyone wants to go into that, we can go into the details. I can't speak much more about it.
Okay, so let's hold 47, and then we'll see at the end of the meeting if we need to go into closed session, as you said.
Sounds good.
All right. So can we call I guess we need to read the settlements into the record, all of them except for 47?
Yes, sir. I will read the settlements. For item 46, in the case entitled Steve Angel versus the City of Los Angeles, there is a recommendation to expend up to $3,150,000 in settlement. For item 48, in the case entitled Zachary DeCourse versus the City of Los Angeles, there is a recommendation to expend up to $300,000 in settlement.
All right, that item is now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
All right. With that, we can move on to public comment. We will now hear instructions for public comment as well as rules from the clerk and city attorney.
As indicated on the agenda, members of the public wishing to offer public comment should call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press *9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press *6 to unmute.
To people providing public comment, when it is your turn to speak, either at the podium or on the phone,
Please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the items open for public comment. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the council president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time and we will move on to the next speaker. The items that are open for public comment on the agenda are items 1 and 2, items 28 through 45, and item 49 on the continuation agenda. So again, let me repeat. The items that are open for public comment on the agenda are items 1 and 2, 28 through 45, and 49 as amended on the continuation agenda. Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the other items or anything else in the city's subject matter jurisdiction. For members of the public calling in, when it is your turn to speak, an automated message from Zoom will prompt you to press *6 to unmute yourself. If you do not do so, council staff will prompt you once more. At that point, you need to immediately unmute yourself, or unfortunately, you will forfeit your speaking time and we will have to move on to the next caller. Additionally, because of a brief time delay between the live meeting and the broadcast, 2 things are important. First, while waiting for your turn to speak, please keep an ear to the phone so you know in real time when to press *6 to unmute. Second, if you're listening to this meeting on another device, please turn down the volume on that device immediately when it's your turn to speak. Between the time delay and feedback, it will cause a great deal of confusion if you continue to listen on your other devices. One more announcement, or instruction, if I could have the interpreter read this or interpret aloud. For anyone who requires a Spanish language interpreter,
Para cualquiera persona que requiere introducción a español,
please pause every once in a while so the interpreters can do their job and interpret for you.
por favor pausen entre sus oraciones para que los intérpretes puedan hacer su trabajo para ustedes.
We will pause your time while the interpreter is speaking so you get the same amount of time as everyone else.
Vamos a pausar el tiempo para que ustedes tengan la misma cantidad de tiempo que los otros oradores.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you. Okay, before we call names, I want to recognize our Public Safety Chair, Councilwoman Rodriguez.
Thank you very much. Colleagues, it's with great pleasure that I introduce our new Executive Director of the Los Angeles Police Commission, Django Sibley, who has joined us today, replacing, which it's hard to replace, but our beloved Richard T. Fank, who served for many, many years on the commission. And so I wanted to take the time for you all to get to know him. He has served in the IGs, with the IG, so he's a welcomed addition to the commission, and I know they're very excited for your start, but welcome to the Los Angeles City Council, and thank you for agreeing to take on this new role.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, and congratulations. We appreciate you. All right, we will begin by calling names. You'll line up on the side of the auditorium, and you can speak in any order once your name has been called.
Stacey Sagara Bollinger, Anna Chan, Blumen M, Hugh Jazz, Jamal Monique, Balvino N, Audit LA, Estrella S, Esmeralda Negrete, Eva Garcia.
Good morning. So you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
41动也不能动，也要看着你，直到感觉你的发线有了白雪的痕迹，直到视线变得模糊，直到不能呼吸，让我们形影不离。如果全世界我 也可以放弃，至少还有你值得我去珍惜，而你在这里就是生命的奇迹。也许全世界我也可以忘记，只是不愿意失去你的消息，你掌心的痣我总记得在哪里。42突来的消息，那个人是你，这么多年你杳无音讯。时间的橡皮擦掉了记忆，但我迟迟却没有忘记你。秒针的声音滴答转不停，我的心里住着一个你。流过的泪滴全都因为你，原来迟迟都不曾放下你。或许我们就不该有段因果，或许我不该一枚求施舍。如果有天我离开了你的生活，如果有天你还爱着我，姑娘为何你要放声哭泣？我在路那旁小河等你。43情意拖於是漂浮到此，射落我心幾麼事，和你愛到此方會知，有段我牽着愛意，仍懷念你心共此，仍懷念你新悔意。當天你別離，害了是數字，是舊字，春天又再會時，潮濕心裏藏，平紅夜眼視，藏似望春天分開不知。當天你別離，害了是數字，是舊字，春天又再會時。General public comment. I want to ask the city attorney, even though I have no idea where he is now, I want to know why yesterday in the committee meeting, there's a public comment speaker speaking public comment without a timer. I want to know why I am speaking public comment. There must be a timer. So I want to know what's the difference between a speaker. Why is he so superior that he is allowed to speak public comment without the limitation of a timer? Is that because he is white? Because I am white too. I am a beautiful blonde Caucasian. I am a same BBC white, beautiful blonde Caucasian. Why other white people speak public comment without a timer, but I must speak public comment with a timer? Why other people can speak Palestinian without an interruption, but why I am not allowed to speak Israel? It has to be interrupted by every single Bloomingfield. I disagree.
Okay, so next speaker. Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Eva García y vengo a hablar sobre el comentario general y el número 5.
The interpreter's microphone is not on.
Good morning. My name is Sara Garcia, and I would like to make a comment on item number. ¿Cuál es el número, perdón?
5.
Number 5.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Estoy aquí para decirles que necesitamos urgentemente que el Consejo apoye la actualización de la ley Larzo.
I am here to tell you that I urge to this council to approve the Larzo Act.
Como organizadora de inquilinos de Colectivo Poder Comunitario,
as an organizer for Colectivo Comunitario,
día con día vemos nuestras comunidades perdiendo sus viviendas y quedando homeless.
We see that every day there is people that are on the streets, they're becoming homeless.
Y cuando esa actualización sea hecha, queremos una fórmula de aumento anual basada en un límite de 3%.
So when this comes into effect, we want an annual 2% increase.
Eliminación de tope de utilidades.
And we would also like to see that the utilities go down.
Eliminación de aumentos ocupantes adicionales.
And also it goes down the amount that they charge for additional tenants.
Que la fórmula se aplique por igual a todos los propietarios independientemente de su tamaño.
The formula should be applied to all property owners, small and big.
Necesitamos esto urgentemente, porque día con día nuestra comunidad está perdiendo vivienda. Tengo dos miembros aquí ahora que están a punto de vivir en sus carros, desgraciadamente por los aumentos que hacen los dueños ilegales.
This is something urgent. I have two of the members here with me that are at the risk of losing their homes. They will become homeless if we don't do anything.
La vivienda es un derecho humano, la vivienda no es un mercado y que se jodan los dueños que quieren hacer aumentos de renta.
Housing is a human right. Housing is a human right, and all of the property owners should be fair to everyone.
Before the next speaker begins, I will call more names. Asael Roblero, Griselda Delgado, Julia Rosero, Sylvia Arenas, Ana Chan, Balbino N, Byron Lakasu, Christiana Boyer, D. Jones, Jesse Rojas.
Good morning.
Oh,
Which
you're done?
items
Thank
would you like to
Good
speak
morning.
to?
My name is Estella. It's an English name. And I'd like to speak on 40, 41, and general public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items.
Welcome to Gadfly Herald Live. Follow on X. Item 41. City jobs require a high level of education, such as education in the U.S. Constitution, U.S. laws, U.S. ethics. U.S. students pay into the United States education system to earn this education that is essential to access civic duties in city jobs. Item 40. Now, my papa is from Leon, Mexico. My mama is from Switzerland. I am mixed. I am white and Mexican indigenous. I do not have any problem with foreign nationals. However, item 40 prioritizes foreign nationals for city jobs by providing visas. Now, this is a problem because city jobs are competitive. They are hard enough to qualify for. In tandem, these two items create a condition where foreseeably undereducated foreign nationals would be endangered to the city job for visas. These candidates would not have the education nor autonomy needed to defend their own and the people's rights. These two items were held in the illegal 8:30 Personnel and Audits and Hiring Committee meeting before the City Council was even open, before the City Hall was even open. The City Hall opens at 9 a.m. I showed up at 7 o'clock. I waited around for Mr. McOsker to show up at 8:45, and it was just one council member. It was an illegitimate, illegal meeting. I was not allowed to speak on 60 seconds general public comment, even though, as Mr. McOsker stated, this is not a public meeting. Therefore, if it's not a public meeting, I should have gotten my time. The rules didn't apply. Thank you very much for my time. God bless you. God bless America.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Esmeralda Negrete, soy miembro de CPC y de la coalición Acteley, vivo en Boyle Heights.
My name is...
And which items would you like to speak to?
¿En qué punto le gustaría hablar?
De Larso.
Larso.
So you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Tiene un minuto para comentario público. Continúe.
Quiero pedir que por favor apoyen la actualización LARSO y el aumento anual del 3%.
I am asking that you support the LARSO update and the 3% increase.
Esta petición nos mantendrá en nuestros hogares.
This will make, we will make sure that we stay in our homes.
Veo como una gran injusticia hacia nosotros los inquilinos que quieran un aumento de renta.
I see it as a very large injustice when they raise the rent for tenants.
Viendo claramente la situación que pasamos mes a mes ahorrando para pagar rentas tan altas con un sueldo mínimo.
We save month to month to pay the high rents, and we earn the minimum wage.
El aumentar las rentas nos llevará a más homeless. Es para mí una gran tristeza y frustración ver tanta gente viviendo en la calle, causa que no tienen para pagar una vivienda.
If they raise the rent at a higher level, then it will be even more difficult for us to pay rent.
Pero
And we
más
will
triste-
end up, un momentito, por favor, and we will end up homeless on the streets. It saddens me to see so many people on the street.
Pero más tristeza me da ver cómo no se tocan el corazón para proponer esta proposición de aumento de renta, sabiendo que el daño que van a causar a la comunidad.
And I am really sad, and it also makes me wonder, why are they proposing such a high rate? This is not good for the community.
Ya basta de tanto. Gracias.
Thank you.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning, Grote. I would like to speak on items 1, 38, 40, and general public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Thank you. So item 1 is regarding nuisance abatement. I generally do appreciate when this body has a nuisance abatement motion. There are a lot of abandoned, misappropriated properties throughout Los Angeles. Grote, it's really loud over here. Do you think you could ask them to quiet down a bit? Thank you. Thank you for quieting down over there. But while this motion is great for this one property, I think the city should be taking a harder inventory of abandoned properties, like the mansion that got covered in graffiti in Councilmember Rahman's district, who's also over here chatting with someone who's probably a lobbyist who's not paying attention. Abandoned mansions in your district, Nithya Rahman, are a serious problem, especially in a housing shortage. So let's go to 38 and 40. These are relating to city personnel. So 38 seeks to coordinate with the Youth Development Department for hiring programs. 40 seeks to sponsor visas for immigrants to work city jobs. Two things that the youth and immigrants have in common with regard to employment is they typically are much less likely to advocate for their rights as employees. So I think it's really interesting that the city wants to say, because we do have a crisis as far as personnel and getting the business of the city done. There's a lot of self-imposed issues as far as the way the city council hires. But instead of saying, we're going to make the city a model and a standard for employment, we're gonna make sure that every city worker has strong rights. We're gonna make sure every city worker is hired expeditiously so that our departments can be fully staffed. Instead of saying, we're going to set an example as far as wages and benefits to set the scale for the rest of the city as far as employment goes, it's like a race to the bottom. How many vulnerable people can we get in our ranks? I think that both the youth and our immigrants who live in LA they should have every right and opportunity that people who were born in this country or who are fully grown have. But I don't think we need to be working to get more children in the workforce. We should be going the opposite way, away from child labor. Kids, especially teenagers, they should be enjoying their lives, not stuck at a desk or selling food. And we just need better standards for the city's employment. There's a council file expiring, 19-1020. That motion is seeking to let unhoused people speak about the programs the city is spending money providing because they lack efficacy and the people are starving. She lied to me when Nithya said she wants transparency. She lied to me to do the things her campaign said she would. She lied to me. She is not even trying. She lied to me. But still I try, even though she lied. Political hacks, you guys. Political hacks, come on. Political hacks. You know that what you do is wrong. Shout out to Smoke and Scan, Damon, Brock, Landers. It's been a while. I hope you guys are doing well. And a big fuck you to Kevin De Leon, and a big fuck you to the rest of the body for supporting him.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Sí, buenos días, mi nombre es Asael Roblero. Vengo a hablar sobre la ley Larso.
Good morning, Robledo. I am here to speak about LARSO, the LARSO Act.
So you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Un minuto para
Vengo
comentario
a
general.
hablar para que le pongan un tope al aumento de renta y a la limitación de integrantes de familia que puedan vivir en un apartamento.
I am here to ask you to stop the rent increase and to stop the charges for additional tenants.
En mi caso, yo tengo un familiar con una deshabilidad y lo tengo que tener viviendo bajo mi techo.
I have a family member and he's disabled.
Y al limitarme en los integrantes por vivienda, no podría yo pagar un apartamento adicional.
And I cannot pay additional fees for him.
Cuando mi empleador, el negocio está bajo, me reduce horas, mas sin embargo yo tengo que pagar la misma renta.
I don't always work the same hours, so sometimes I make less, so it is very hard to pay my rent.
Yo vivo en el este de Hollywood, y donde las grandes corporaciones están llegando a construir nuevos apartamentos, pero a unos precios muy altísimos que a las minorías como hispanos y morenos nos están desplazando porque no podemos pagar una renta muy cara.
I live in East Hollywood, and I see a lot of developments, but they're luxury apartments, or they are not affordable for us. So I see a lot of big corporations that come into the neighborhood, and people who live there are not going to be able to pay the rent that they will be charging. So I see that you are displacing Latinos and Black African Americans from their communities.
Si verdaderamente quiere parar la indigencia, por favor, póngale un tope al incremento de renta. Gracias.
If you want to stop the homeless crisis, please stop the rent increase. Thank you.
Gracias.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Ana Chan y soy miembro de ACE. Y
Good
vivo en el
morning, my name is
Distrito
Anna
8.
Chang, and I'm a member of ACE.
Y vivo en el
Items would you
Distrito
like to
8.
speak to?
¿En qué punto le gustaría hablar?
Quiero hablar de comentario público.
Public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Tiene un minuto, señora.
Ok. Mi comentario es acerca del LARSO. Dice, cuando sea LARSO agregado, yo que apoye la actualización del LARSO, que mantenga nuestra comunidad y familiares en los hogares. Yo
I am
apoyo-
here in favor of LARSO, the LARSO update. I want to see the communities that remained in the community.
Que elimine una fórmula de aumento anual basada en el límite del 3%, la eliminación del tope de utilidades, eliminación del aumento de ocupantes adicionales, que la forma se aplique por igual para todos los propietarios independientemente del tamaño.
And I would like to see an annual rates increase of 3%. And also a cap on the utilities and no fees or lower fees for additional tenants.
Yo como arrendataria, apoyo a que como propietaria, no como propietaria, como inquilina, nos va a afectar mucho esta enmienda, porque por ejemplo yo dependo de mi salario, de mi trabajo, y tengo que tener un trabajo de 8 horas más otro trabajo de 4 horas para poder completar lo que es la renta donde yo vivo y mis otras utilidades.
As a tenant, I am greatly affected by the homeless crisis. I have to work 8 hours plus 8 hours. I have to have 2 jobs, one for 8 hours and another one for a part-time for 4 hours, so that I can pay my rent. And also, in the previous comment, I mentioned that this law should be applied equally to all the property owners, big and small.
So, Speaker, your time has expired.
¿Se le acabó su tiempo, señora?
Before the next speaker begins, I will call more names. Sophia Mendoza, Teresa, Thelma Alvarez, Scott Munde, Raul Claros, Megan Wong, Martha Torres, Maria Briones.
Good morning, Speaker. So if you could hold for a minute.
Le pido al Consejo
Okay, so good morning.
Continúe.
Which items would you like to speak to?
Buenos días. ¿En qué punto le gustaría hablar?
le pido al Consejo
Perdón, señor, ¿en qué punto se refiere? El punto
no-
de la agenda.
Cuando Larso sea agendado, urjo al Consejo que apoye la actualización de Larso, que mantendrán a nuestra comunidad y familiares en sus hogares. Yo soy
I'm asking the city council members to support the LARSO update so that we can all remain in our communities with our families. Continúe.
Yo soy una persona de la tercera edad y un aumento de renta me podría dañar demasiado. Eso a lo mejor tendría que irme a vivir a la calle porque yo vivo de mi retiro.
I am a senior, so a rent increase would really impact my life. I would have to end up living on the street. I only receive my retirement check.
Le agradezco al Consejo que tome en cuenta nuestras peticiones y nuestras necesidades.
I would ask the city council members to take into consideration our needs in the community.
Y que tome en cuenta la fórmula número 1, que es anual basada en un límite del 3%.
Please consider the formula, number 1 formula, so that would be an annual increase of 3%.
Good morning. You could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to? Okay, can the interpreter please?
Buenos días, puede recordar pues, el nombre y el punto en el que quiere hablar.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Griselda Delgado y estoy aquí para dar comentario general y el número 5.
So you have
Good
1
morning,
minute
my name is
for general.
Griselda Delgado, public comment and number 5.
Soy miembro de Colectivo Poder Comunitario
I'm a member of Colectivo Poder Comunitario.
y estoy aquí para pedir al Consejo que apoye a la ley Larso porque la necesitamos.
And I'm here to ask the neighbor council, the city council members to support the LARSO law.
Actualmente estoy siendo acosada por mi dueño que me está aumentando $800 más de renta.
I am actually being harassed by the property owner. He wants to raise the rent in $800.
No tengo control de renta, solamente a nivel estatal.
I don't have rent control, local rent control. I only have state control.
Y me parece injusto este aumento.
This raise is very unfair.
Y por eso urge que el Consejo apoye la actualización de la ley LARSO.
I urge the city council members to support the LARSO Act.
Gracias. Esto.
Thank you. That's all.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you
Buenos
signed up under
días.
and the items you'd like to speak
Mi
to.
nombre es Silvia Arenas y voy a hablar de
My name is
general
Silvia
y número
Arenas,
5.
and I'm going to talk about point number 5 and also general public comment.
Okay, so before she continues, can I have
Soy
the
miembro
interpreter
de
please interpret?
colectivo Poder
Un segundo,
Comunitario.
señora, antes de comenzar. Could you repeat that member, council
So,
member?
for all of the speakers here who want to use the interpreter,
Entonces, para todos los oradores que necesitan intérprete,
please pause so that we can determine which items you'd like to speak to.
por favor pausen para que podamos saber en qué puntos están hablando
And then we'll continue with the actual comment. So your time is held.
y luego vamos a comenzar de nuevo con el comentario. Entonces, vamos a tener su tiempo mantenido, ¿sí?
And while giving your comment, please pause every couple sentences so the interpreter can interpret.
Y mientras que está dando su comentario público, si puede pausar cada otra oración para que la intérprete pueda interpretar, ¿sí?
So
Gracias.
you asked for 5 in general public comment, so you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Entonces usted va a hablar sobre 5 y también comentario público general. Entonces, could you repeat that, sir? In terms of our time.
You have 1 minute for general public comment. Item number 5 is not open currently.
Okay. Tiene 1 minuto para comentario público general, pero pauta número 5 no está abierto para comentario público.
Sí.
Yes. Continúe.
Ok. Mi nombre es Silvia Arenas. Voy a hablar del general y del 5. Soy miembro del colectivo Poder Comunitario.
My name is Sylvia Herreras, and I am going to give public commentary as well as I wanted to talk about number 5, and I am part of Poder Colectivo Comunitario,
Y vivo en el distrito 14.
and I live in District 14.
Queremos que pase la ley LARSO porque quieren poner un aumento alto.
We want LARSA to pass because they're going to increase largely the rent.
Sobre la renta. Ahora estoy a punto de salir de mi casa por un capricho de la dueña que no le quise pagar un aumento de $1,000 más.
I am about to lose my home because the owner has decided that she wants to charge $1,000 more, which I cannot pay.
Buscó pretextos y con ayuda nos desalojó a mí y a mi hijo con autismo.
She looked for reasons that she could kick us out, and she did, and she kicked out me as well as my son who has autism.
Estoy a punto de que vaya el sheriff a sacarme. No tengo a dónde irme. Nuestro hogar va a ser una ven porque las rentas están demasiadas caras.
They're about to send the sheriff to come take us away from our home. Our home is about to be a van because we won't have a place to live because the rent is so high.
Nos urge que ustedes actualicen la ley LARSO ahora.
It is urgent that you update the LARSO Act
para que ya no haya más gente desalojada en la calle como vamos a estar nosotros.
so there's not more people that are thrown out onto the streets just like we're about to be. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And before the next speaker
Gracias.
begins, I noticed that there was somebody who had booed. If you could please hold the noise during someone else's public comment so that we can hear them speak. Sorry. Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
¿Ya puedo hablar?
Talk now?
If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Si nos puede recordar el nombre en que se apuntó y los puntos en el que quiere hablar.
Julia Orozco, en general el comentario 5.
Julio Rosco, general public comment, as well as item number 5.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Tiene un minuto, adelante.
Mi nombre es Julia, soy miembro del colectivo Poder Comunitario y
My name
vengo,
is- sorry.
y vengo a apoyar la ley Larso, ya que quieren subir el 3% de renta.
My name is Julio Rosco, and I'm here as part of Poder Comunitario, and I am also here to support LARSO because they want to raise rent by 3%.
Y vengo a pedirles a todos ustedes que por favor se toque un poco el corazón de nosotros, que no tenemos lo suficiente dinero para pagar más de renta.
And I want you guys to, think with your hearts a bit in terms of us because we do not have the money to pay more rent.
Yo ahorita en este momento, el comentario 5, yo tengo 15 días para salir desalojada porque por causa de abogados y jueces corruptos que no captan la ley como debe de ser, soy desalojada.
I right now have 15 days to get out of my home because of judges and corrupt lawyers who don't respect the law as it should be. I am going to be kicked out.
Y ahorita se me hace tan injusto que quieren subir la renta. A mí se me hace difícil juntar $5,000, $6,000 para juntar para un entre de renta y todavía quieren subirme la renta. ¿A dónde vamos a llegar, por favor? Hay que pensar en la economía. ¿A dónde vamos a ir? ¿A la calle? ¿Queremos más homeless?
And how are they going to raise the rent? We can't afford these rent increase with 600, 6,000, 5,000. I can't make that much to pay. And what's going to happen? What's going to happen to the economy? Are we just all going to be kicked out onto the street?
Por favor, les pido, piensen, hablen y tóquense el corazón. Yo ya soy desalojada. Tengo una niña de 6 años y estoy embarazada.
I am asking you guys to reach into your heart. There are going to be more homeless people. I have already been evicted. I have a 6-year-old child and I'm pregnant.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
My name is Byron Lacossi, and it's a general comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Byron Lacossi. I'd like to start by thanking my neighbors who are here today, as well as those who couldn't make it. I'd also like to extend my gratitude to the LA Alliance and the CD1 Coalition team for taking time to listen to our concerns. Our neighborhood around Avenue 45 and 44 has been overtaken by dangerous, unhoused drug dealers and addicts, creating daily public and safety hazards. We are constantly confronted with individuals under the influence, discarded syringes, drug activity, and even human waste. We are here today to call attention to the fact that our district city council member, Eunice Hernandez, has not taken the necessary steps to resolve these critical issues. We will need a swift, decisive action to find a permanent solution. You'll hear from residents who are frustrated and worn out from dealing with these problems every single day. Despite reaching out to multiple agencies, LA City Sanitation, Caltrans, Mayor Bass, LAPD, we still do not have the help we need. And we need you to step up, Eunice. If you can't, then you need to resign.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
What was that you said? I'm general comment.
Okay.
Okay, my name is Ramona Gongora. Good morning. And I live in Highland Park with my family. My family has been there since the 1950s. And I've also appreciated efforts of CD Coalition 1 and LA Alliance for supporting us in all our issues we have on our street. However, I am here because I'm frustrated with the lack of response or insufficient action from our council member, Eunice Hernandez. We face public health issues daily, drugged out individuals, discarded syringes, drug sales, human waste, and dirty clothes hanging on our property fences. My family's afraid to step outside. I have 4 generations in my home, myself, my mother, my son, and my grandson. So my whole family has to deal with seeing drug addicts across the street smoking crack, hookers, prostitution in their tents, and constant drug-related foot traffic and cars at all hours of the night. We hear yelling and screaming and fighting of these drugged-out people, and we live in fear every time we smell a smoke that it's our house going up in smoke. Please, Eunice, help us.
Hello, good morning. My name is Scott Monday, and I bought my house in Highland Park on East Avenue 45 21 years ago.
Which items? Sorry?
General comment.
Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
When I first moved in, the area was safe, clean, and quiet. Now, due to the lack of action from our council member Eunice Hernandez, we're dealing with drugs and prostitution in our neighborhood. If it weren't for the efforts of my neighbors on East Avenue 45, the CD1 Coalition, and the LA Alliance, our neighborhood would look like a junkyard. We've organized volunteer cleanups without any support or response from the council member's office. Despite repeated requests for help, they have not responded. There is also individuals posing as unhoused so that they can sell drugs and offer the prostitution in the no trespassing zone along the south embankment of the 110 freeway, impacting avenues 43, 44, and 45. It's become a frightening environment. On top of that, our police officers are experiencing low morale due to the council members' anti-police rhetoric. Unisys, either step up or resign. Thank you.
Hello, this is a general comment. My name is Martha.
Okay, and before you begin, if you could pull the microphone down just a little bit so we can hear you. Thank you. So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Martha, and I live with my son on Avenue 45. When I first moved here, the neighborhood was clean, quiet, and safe. For walking the dogs and me doing my walking every day, it was safe, or at night. However, over time, people without homes began to move in, set up camps, use drugs, and litter the area, and have prostitutes come over. And at nighttime, they do a screaming, they start crying, making a lot of noise that it wakes me up at 1, 2 in the morning. And the situation has gotten worse and worse every day. And we're trying to see if they can help us clean it. That's all I can say. Thank you.
My name is Teresa, and I live in Avenue 45. And Hernandez, I'm real surprised that you never show up to help us. We need help. You know what we all need help. It's sad to see Highland Park the way it's going.
Good morning. My name is Esmeralda Sanchez. I'm here representing California Rising, but I will be allocating my minute to Raul Claros because I do have my child in the back.
Good morning. So you can't change time with somebody else. So if you'd like to give your comment, that's fine, but you can't unfortunately give your time to another speaker.
Okay, I'm gonna pass.
Okay, that's okay. Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Raul Claros, general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning, Council President and Council members. I'm here to speak directly to Councilmember Hernandez. Back in March, we came with the El Salvador Corridor street vendors. Back in June, we came with the Guatemalan Square after you sabotaged that project. Langers has called you out about MacArthur Park, as has everybody else that doesn't agree with you closing down Wilshire without any community input, with an opioid center to go down there and just create Skid Row West. It hasn't worked on Skid Row. It's not going to work at MacArthur Park. But community input is needed, and it's missing just like you are. We're now facing the Chinatown fire victims at Red Cross, where you didn't show up and we had to do a first response. And now we're being told that former employees of yours are looking for city council because of the toxic environment of working under your office. Let's not forget the Hillside Villa tenants that have protested you twice and kicked you out of the negotiation table. Resign now or face the
Speaker,
recall
your
at the
time
end of
has
the month.
expired. Next speaker. Good morning.
Good morning, council members. This direct to the councilwoman Hernandez referring to
And which
the
item
City One
would you like,
district.
Speaker?
Unfortunately, she
Hold on.
doesn't
Which
have
item would you like to speak to?
our community right. She called me off on the meeting because I asked how to like to run the meeting, and she didn't like it. She asked me very clearly, leave, Jesse, if you don't like the meeting, leave. That is a no-no, because you represent the community. You, the people, supposed to be support us. And in matter of fact, you're not fighting for the Avenue 34, the contamination of the property. And you're not fighting for Avenue 35 for all the yard. They're going to put all the trailers on that particular area. And where is your leadership? You're not doing the way it's supposed to be. Helping the people, working for the people. Where is it? Are you DSA or exactly who you are? Identify yourself. Thank you.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Sofía Mendoza y necesito traducción.
Good day, my name is Sofia Mendoza and I require interpreting.
Soy miembro de ASEA y vivo en el Distrito 9.
I am a member of ACE and I live in District 9.
Cuando voy a hablar al comentario público, perdón.
I am going to give a general public comment.
Cuando Larso sea aprobado, sea agendado, perdón.
So when LARSO is on the agenda,
les pido a los concejales
I'm going to ask the members of the council,
que apoyen la actualización de Larso.
I am going to ask the members of the council that you support the updates on LARSO,
Que mantendrá a nuestras familias en sus hogares
that will keep our families in their homes
y a nuestra comunidad.
and will keep our community.
Número 1. Una fórmula de aumento anual basada en un 3%.
Number 1, a formula for increase that's based on a
Que
3%.
sea el límite.
That should be the limit.
Número 2. Eliminación de tope de actualidad.
Number 2, taking away the obstacle for update.
Número 3. Eliminación de aumento de ocupantes adicionales.
And number 3, eliminate the limits for additional occupants.
Y el número 4, que la fórmula se aplique por igual a todos los propietarios independientes de su tamaño.
Gracias.
And number 4, for this to apply to all owners of property independent of their size.
Ya que a mí me ha aumentado el propietario por tener 2 personas
Gracias. Thank you.
adicionales, pero solo por 3 semanas, y eso es un abuso.
Now that after 3 weeks of having 2 other people under my roof, only 3 weeks, that they have increased my rent, and that is an
Okay,
abuse.
thank you. Next
Okay,
speaker.
gracias. Próximo orador.
Hi, if you'd remind us of the name you signed up under and what you wanted to speak on.
Hi, my name is Christina Boyer, and I'm giving general public comment.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm an attorney, a public counsel, and a resident of District 5, and LARSO has to be updated before the end of the year. Otherwise, the majority of RSO tenants will receive rent increase notices in January based on a LARSO that is severely outdated and fundamentally flawed, as showed by the Economic Roundtable report on LARSO. That study showed that the majority of tenants are rent burdened and vulnerable to displacement, that the 3% floor in LARSO is unique among RSOs and has allowed rent to increase beyond inflation for decades, that the 8% cap is severely higher than the majority of RSOs, and that the primary cause of homelessness is unaffordable rents. LARSO, as it stands, is tilted towards landlords, and this study shows that we need a LARSO more protective of tenants urgently. When LARSO does come to council, I urge you to vote for a formula based on 60% inflation with a 3% cap, removal of the utility bump, removal of the addition and occupant and bump, and no exemptions for small landlords. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, if you'd please remind us of the name you signed up under and what items or general public comment you want to speak on.
Yes, sir. Julian Alexander Makara. I'm requesting to speak 33, 34, and general comment.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the item and a minute for general. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Relative to point 33 and the initiative proceedings for 2025-2026 Proposition K assessment, which we're going to be allocating 25 million annual funds for the acquisitions, capital improvements to parks and recreational community activities. I want to make you aware I was the youngest supervisor under Antonio Villaraigosa for the Summer Night Light Parks. Our park was the only one that didn't get shot at, or where there was a killing. This is in Highland Park. That was the only park. Look it up. History of neglectful use of state and California funds are prevalent within our organization's company culture. So allocating another 25 million for innovation, I'm going to ask that you all do the same as your kids do. Put your phones away. Do not eat in class. Do not use your phones in class. Your kids do that. Point 34. Regarding the Parks Commissionary company culture, in 2018, there was a letter of determination, and this is relative to the company culture that is prevalent of our institution here, where council districts and commissionary roles signed off on the reallocation of 20 regional zones for redevelopment effort in the city of Los Angeles. During the dissolution of the previous organization, this was in 2012, the Community Redevelopment Agency, CRLA. So in 2012, Antonio Villaraigosa accepted these 20 regions. 2018, Kevin De Leon and his associates, Gil Cedillo, and other individuals that are disgraced, signed off to use these locations for community development. And since 2018, I have proof that all y'all been doing is partying, underground. General comment. The modern speakeasy. This summer, our organization went through the grueling process of abiding the city's protocol and platform to communicate with our city's elected officials. I appreciate you starting to eat after I requested, Eunice. Done to provide a prudent realization that may be holding a public office, but their efforts are anything but for the public. We were advised by City One and DCA there was no funding for a community effort. Her Music and Poemas Festival was our family artisan market, and with the DCA, the Back to School Fest. Her housing proposal was our housing attainment outline. Her youth program sound a lot like our value department. Sent 620 and 624. Offices are hoarding public funds and stealing from the constituents, all the while extending liberties to questionable groups, which are illicit. Placed within areas designated for redevelopment and community enterprise, underground organizations are providing Las Vegas services within our great city, causing the collateral damage that we are dealing with. Each person here has advised. I ask you again, who do you work for?
Next speaker. Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Yes, good morning. Telmi Alvarez, Director of Climate Services for the Watts Labor Community Action Committee and a founding member of the Better Watts Initiative. I'm here in support of Council Member McOsker's motion, item number 49 on today's agenda.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for the item. Go ahead.
Sure. Atlas Iron and Metal Company is not just a nuisance in the community of Watts, but it's a direct threat to the students of Jordan High School. Over one third of whom are special needs students, and the residents as well of Jordan Downs and the rest of the Watts community. The Better Watts Initiative has worked for over 10 years to stop this facility from further harming the community with little recognition. It is encouraging that Councilmember McOsker is taking such a bold approach to this problem and towards the future of Watts on matters of health and environmental justice. And we support the steps that he is taking in Watts and other including other environmental hazards, like the lead in the water that has recently been discovered. And we are just very grateful, and we hope that we can work together to make sure that these hazards are not in the future of Watts. Thank you.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the item you'd like to speak to.
Hi, my name is Megan Wong, and I want to speak to item 49.
So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm a member of the Better Watts Initiative. I've been a member for 4 years, and I've been researching lead and its effects on the body. So Atlas has been operating in Watts since 1949. So that's 75 years of this facility spewing lead and other toxins into the waterways and the soil, where it'll last for decades to centuries at a time. There are people who will try to say that Atlas is a green industry because it calls itself a recycler. There are people who will try to say that Atlas is a friend of the community. But I have a hard time accepting that this facility, whose fugitive, leaded dust and dirt that have historically caused 75 times the actionable level of lead to be found on Jordan High School campus, a friend. On behalf of BWI, we are excited to work with city agencies to address this issue. Thank you.
Before the next speaker begins, I will call more names. William Flores, Goat Puppet, Esmeralda, Jay Richardson, Jenna C., Clarissa, Lucia Abath, Mabel Caldwell.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Good morning. My name is William Giovanni Flores Diaz, William Flores for short, and known in the community as Will Flo. I would like to speak on items 1, 5, and 10.
Okay, so the items 5 and item
1,
10
5,
are,
and 15, sorry.
Okay, 5 and 15 are not open for public comment, but you can speak to them during general. So you have 1 minute for item number 1 and 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Okay, in that case, I want to bring up in CD8, there's a abandoned property at 701 and 701 and a half, where squatters have been taking over that property. There has been a lot of violence between the squatters and people taking over, claiming that that is their territory or their property. There has been gangs that in there. There has been a raid by the police department, where they said that there was approximately $300,000 worth of stolen goods, stolen cars, prostitution that has happened there. I've heard screams and have reported to 911, only to be transferred to the non-emergency number, and sometimes not even be answered at all. So this needs to be fixed. This is Station 77th.
Sir, somebody on the side will talk to you, but what's the address of this place? You said 701, but no street.
701 West 80th Street and
80th Street?
701.
Okay. The woman in the green jacket will talk to you.
Thank you. Yes, you probably have heard of Ms. Dor. Oh, sorry. Public comment. So for public comment, I would like to challenge the city to bring the police budget to under 45%. Year after year, they have received over 50% of the budget, and the work has not been presented as such. So I also support the fire department, the park and rec department, the youth development department, and all the other departments that have not been receiving their adequate amount, especially now that y'all have understood that there has been like a hiring type of issue within the city departments. So I urge all the city departments to do something about this, especially to prevent crime, not just focus on arresting our community members that often don't have an opportunity to become advocates and proper people in our social fabric of the community. Thank you.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Yes, my name is Dee Jones. I'm an ACE member, and I live in District 10 for over 10 years. When LARSO is scheduled, I urge you to vote on it, and I'm defending an annual increase, formula-based with a limit of 60%. I'd like to make a personal comment connected to the rent increases and all. The management where I live let in some very violent people who are terrorizing and stalking me. The management does nothing. I'm a prisoner in my apartment. I can't safely park in my own parking place. Since the rents are extremely high, I can't move even to protect my life. I'm under attack and threat, and I live in fear. It's fight or flight every day. It's really not livable. And in closing, when you tie huge profits to housing, you're going to push thousands into homelessness constantly. This management, you have some unscrupulous managers and owners. They should not be determining that people have a place to live. Some people probably should not be over housing, because housing is a necessity. We have to have a place to live. We are not cave people, and we're not going to find a tree. Now, I personally cannot live outside, and I have been pushed into homelessness before. I have been homeless through,
Speaker,
I
your
don't
time
think
has
it was
expired.
a fault of
Yes.
Good morning. So you have 3 minutes for the
Yes.
items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Thank you, ambulance chaser. So let's see here. Number one, fuck Marchese. Why, you dumb bastard. West Manchester Avenue is a shithole. Why don't you pay to clean it up? Dumb bastard. Number two, we got Tracy Park not paying attention. So we're going to oppose your item on number two. Fuck Tracy Park and her motion. Pay attention next time. Good point. So what else do we have here? Now let's see here. Let's see if Pumpkinhead there can figure out what I'm supposed to talk about here. Jesus, look at all this shit. Let's see here. Where do the items begin? Oh, here we go. 28. What about it? Fuck item 28, and fuck Hugo Stalin. Item 29, fuck CD10, fuck that item. Go ahead. And then we get Imelda Chinchilla Padilla. What are you trying to do here? The rent escrow account. So I found something with Imelda's name on it. Yes, I wonder, Imelda, are some of these speakers paid speakers and not registering as lobbyists, huh? Little fatty? What's she been up to? So if you have any problems, you call Imelda at 818-771-0236. And the lobbyist number is 818-984-1768. Just tell them you're a lobbyist. You'll probably get right through it, because they never answer your fucking phone calls over there in CD6. Goddamn fools. How did you find that out? I find everything out, human. Now, number 8? Fuck number 8.
So item number 8 is not open for public comment, so I'm going to ask that you stick to the items that are open, or I'm going to move you to general.
Ew, I'm sorry. I mean CD8 on number 34. Much better. Fuck number 34. Is that on topic? Number 35. Fuck number 35. I don't want Strathern Park. I want you to tear down the park and turn it into a homeless shelter at CD2. Fuck you. Then we get the First Park Trust Fund on 37. Fuck item 37. Then we get number 39. Fuck number 39. And then number 40, what the fuck do you want to have visas? So we can bring more DEI hires like Pumpkinhead? Let's hire some black people that were born in this country for a shame, you dumb shit. And then finally, we have the agreement, everybody. Rob Bonta wants you to sign an agreement to redraw your council districts. Now, he's been nice so far, but then he's going to send some other people in there, and they're going to talk like this. I told you to sign it! Sign it! Sign it! I'll indict you! Sign it! Sign it! And you don't want to talk to those kind of people. You're under criminal investigation, stupid. Imelda, you better sign that document Rob Bonta wants you to redistrict. You all better resign. Especially you, Ulysses, hanging out with Maduro and fucking Putin over there in Mexico. You better sign the document. See, because you're going to have to redistrict all your districts by 2026. But you know what? You're not going to do it. So you're going to force Rob Bonta to go against you and indict all of you.
Mr. Spindler, this is your only warning. Do not disrupt public comment or any portion of this meeting. Good morning. Thank you for your patience, Speaker.
Good morning.
If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Speak on general public comment.
Okay, and before you begin, if you want to pull the microphone just a little bit closer so we can hear you, thank you. Go ahead, you have 1 minute.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mabel Caldwell, and I live in District 10 for over 13 years, and I'm a member of ACE. On September the 1st, 2023, I received a notice of change in terms of tenancy, stating that on January 1, 2024, my rent would increase 10%, which is exactly $132. This illegal rent increase has affected me greatly, and it is still affecting my housing insecurity. I am experiencing a number of challenges. For example, I have to spend the bulk of my household income on housing, and I have to choose between buying healthy, organic foods and going to local food banks, which is not the best food for my son who is totally disabled. What did I do about this illegal rent increase? I filed a complaint with LAHD immediately.
So, Speaker, your time has expired, but do you mind letting us know which council district you live in? Or if you don't want to say publicly, if you let the officer know over there.
Okay. Okay,
please,
thank you. What did LAH do? Nothing. It has.
So, Speaker, we have to move on to the next speaker, but again, if you let us know which council district you live in, that would be 10?
10.
Okay, thank you. So we have to move on to the next speaker. If you can hang around for just a minute. I know, the minute goes by fast. Good morning. If you could, yes, good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
My name is Jenna C., and I'm here to speak for general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay. The Los Angeles Rent Stabilization Ordinance, which regulates rent increases for 650,000 households in LA, hasn't had its rent increase formula updated in nearly 40 years and is unsustainable for tenants like myself. The Economic Roundtable report found that rental increases have favored landlords and that across LA, on average, only 35% of rental income is needed to cover landlord operating costs. This 65% profit means landlords' claims that they can't keep up with inflation to pay for maintenance is completely false. LAHD needs to report back to the city as soon as possible so that City Council can take action. We demand an annual allowable rent increase formula based on 60% of CPI with a 3% max and no minimum increase, removal of the 1 to 2% utility rent increase, removal of the 10% additional occupant rent increase, and no exemptions for small landlords. Thank you.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Many husbands are not coming home. Some of the reasons may be they're not coming home to the wives. They're not coming home. Some of the reasons may be, one, the wives are not cooking dinner. Maybe, it may be that. It may be because the wife is telling them what to do too much. It may be that. Or it may be that she doesn't comb her hair in the morning or brush her teeth. It may be that. There are many reasons why they're not coming home. Could be any of those three or all three of them together.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to?
Okay. My name is Van Mazel. I'm an ACE member in District 14. Kevin DeLeon is my representative in that district. What I would like to speak on is when LRSA scheduled, I urged the City Council to vote on LRSA update that would keep our friends and family inside their homes. An annual increase formula based on 60% of inflation, a removal of the utility bump. The formula applies equally to all owners regardless of their size. One of the things that I've noticed here is most of you guys aren't even paying attention and you're not even listening in most cases. But what I'm trying to say basically is this is the election year, and I don't think there'll be any grand slams coming out of here. Right now, Kevin DeLeon, he's my city council representative. How you doing, Kevin? But Kevin, you're batting 1,000 right now, but you got competition. Okay? Thank you very much.
Okay, so Speaker, we need to move on to the next speaker, so please do not disrupt this meeting. Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to?
Su nombre bajo el que firmó y en qué punto quiere hablar.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Lucina Bat, soy del Distrito 9.
Mi nombre es Lucina Val, Distrito 9, District 9.
Quiero hacer un comentario público.
I would like to make a public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Continúe.
Cuando LARSO se ha agendado, pido al Consejo que apoye la utilización del LARSO.
When you have LARSO on the agenda at your meeting, I would like to ask you to please support the LARSO Act.
Que mantendrá a nuestra comunidad y familias en sus hogares.
This will help to keep our families in our homes.
Yo apoyo, una fórmula de aumento anual basado en un 3%.
I support an increase of 3% annually.
Eliminación de topes de utilidades.
A cap on utilities.
Eliminación de aumento de ocupantes adicionales.
No charge for additional occupants.
Que la fórmula de aplique por igual a todos los propietarios independientes de su tamaño.
And the formula should be applied to all property owners.
Yo soy una madre soltera.
Independent of their size. I am a single parent.
Con un salario mínimo que apenas me alcanza para pagar mi renta.
I earn a minimum wage and that's not enough to pay my rent.
Un aumento de renta permitida ahorita por LARSO me afectaría demasiado a mí, porque si hay un aumento en enero, yo voy a tener que parar en la calle. Por eso se le pide al Consejo que no haya un aumento.
Rate increase under the LARSO Act with no update would affect me greatly. So I am asking you to support the LARSO updates. Thank you.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to?
Good morning. My name is Clarissa Palacios, and I would like to make a general or a public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Clarissa Palacios, and I live in District 8. I'm here to offer a different perspective. As a current student at the University of Southern California, I have firsthand seen the harm that massive land and property developers have had on both the community and the student population. I would like to ask for your undivided attention. As you may know, USC resides in the Council District 8. According to Los Angeles Housing Authority, they found that South LA's residential sub-areas median income to be $27,000 less than the citywide median income. The one thing is to be accepted into our university, and another is to be able to stay. For students like myself who finance the pursuit of higher education independently, housing is incredibly difficult. Many students like myself I've had the same burden of unaffordable housing since our university does not provide housing after our second year. I have been approached by peers who are being evicted and harassed by their landlords. As first-time renters, most of our peers are unaware of their housing rights and what to be aware of for abusive landlords and predatory rental agreements. Thank you.
So I'm being told by the officers that there is no one else in the chambers for public comment. So, Council President, would you like to move to the phones?
All right, we'll go to the phones.
Speaker with the digits ending in 9519, please unmute yourself.
Yes, my name is Jason, and I'm a smoke and scan viewer.
Good morning. So, which items would you like to speak to?
Let me get all available items and general public comment there, Pumpkinhead.
So, you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Good deal. Thank you there, brother. So the other day I'm down on Figueroa with this chick, and I paid her $5 to let me breastfeed, nurse or breastfeed her.
Okay, so,
her big old
Speaker, this is your only warning. Please stick to the agenda items, or I'm going to move you to general public comment.
Oh, I gotta stick to agenda item. All right, well, cool. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's talk about the little Spanish speaking people here, our guests, Spanish speaking guests. I think I think they got a misunderstanding about what the American dream is.
Okay, so this is also not on the agenda. You're welcome to speak to her during general. So I'm going to move you to general public comment. You have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Well, goddamn, Pumpkinhead. Anyway, shout out to the smoke can community. As I was saying, our little Spanish-speaking guests here today, they have a misunderstanding of what the American dream is. It's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This country provides life for anybody who's willing to come here, regardless of race, creed, or color. And then, liberty. You have God-given liberties that the United States of America upholds when you live in this country. And then the pursuit of happiness is the funny one because, yes, you're allowed to prosper and be happy, but unlike the other two, life and liberty, the happiness, you have to pursue it.
Speaker, I'm going to need you to connect this to something that was within the jurisdiction of this city.
Well, I'm speaking about the same thing the little Mexicans were talking about there, and Latino people were talking about their living places, their living the rents or whatever. They're not willing to come here and engross themselves in the culture, to learn the language, and be a part of the American dream. And then they
Speaker,
stand
your
here
time has
before
expired.
y'all with
Next
their hands
caller.
out.
Caller with the digits ending in 4610, please unmute yourself.
Hi, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Which items would you like to speak to?
Hi, you tell me what items are available, please?
Yes, so for everybody on the phones, the items that are open for public comment are items number 1 and 2, items 28 through 45, and item number 49 on the continuation agenda.
Cool. All available items in general public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So we got another business improvement district. What would really improve the businesses in that area is if you cut the rent for the businesses in half, because the main reason why people can't afford to be in business is because they got to pay rent to the banks for their property, crazy rates. And that's why there's empty businesses all down Ventura Boulevard. There's buildings empty on Wilshire, Van Nuys, Magnolia. We're talking about prime real estate that somehow looks like a ghost town. You know why? Because the rent's too fucking expensive. More and more people are leaving that are even coming here, and we're acting like we should prepare for like a big population explosion. Motherfucker, everything's empty. So we have 29 through 32. These are REAP items, removing properties off of the rent escrow program. I think it's really funny how if your landlord doesn't uphold his side of the contract, your rent goes in a funny little box that they get to go grab later on when they eventually get to the repair that they got to do on the apartment. That's fucking whack as fuck. If I bought a car, I don't get to just hold the car and then never pay back anything, or get to keep driving it around and not do my side of the contract. They would come and repossess that car. I don't get to stop paying rent because my landlord violates his contract. Instead, he just gets the money later, or she, or whatever your pronouns. We have item 38 is a city youth employment program report to, I'm guessing since y'all don't want to hire any adults, this is to encourage youth employment so that y'all could just hire kids to do the work. We have also item 40 is going to be reporting on a feasibility to sponsor visas for candidates to fill in city department positions. That's crazy. Y'all cut a bunch of vacant positions this year, and now you want to bring them back for things like parking enforcement and things that would just make people's daily lives inconvenient. And you're going to use illegal immigrants to do it, which is crazy. You're literally pitting people against each other. And if you notice, the council members, Ulysses and Hugo, they are not for the people. I don't know how they get to call themselves Latino because they're a disgrace. And that's why she's facing protests from residents that she's not helping out, that are probably going to get evicted and made in the street. Those people, you're going to offer them penance and city jobs that you didn't want to offer people that already applied for them. And now you're going to offer them the lower wages and shit because you know they don't have a choice because they're illegal immigrants, so they got to take whatever they can get. And a city job is one of the best things you can get in this city. So how are they going to say no? And you're just trying to pit the Spanish population against each other, and it's disgusting. And honestly, Spanish people, like, you got to listen up and wake up to this shit. You can't be falling for their nonsense and start, like, you know, coming over here begging. It's really sad, bro, and it makes me sad to be Latino myself. So you really got to step it up because we can't let them pit us against each other. And we also can't let them make us look like beggars or fools. General public comment, please.
General public comment, go ahead.
All right, word. So this city council is abhorrent and fucking disgusting. Those words pretty much mean the same thing, but they're in two different languages. Abhorrent is for the people that fancy themselves to be conservative or neoliberal or like I wear a suit to my job. And fucking disgusting is for everybody else listening that is tired of all the bullshit. How can you call yourself a representative of the city and not sit in the room when the public's giving their comment? You have illegal immigrants, you have legal immigrants, and then you have your friendly, like, white and Asian business owners. You don't even listen to any of them. And so what are you doing? Everybody needs to wake up and come together against this city council body because you need to realize they're just putting us against each other. That's why they're pitting Spanish people against each other. They're pitting Asian people against black people. It's just crazy. It needs to stop. Notice Ulysses and Hugo don't look anything like the people that KDL and Neri Martinez were talking about in the tapes. They don't look small and dark.
Speaker, your time has expired.
And that's
Next caller.
Call-in user 3, please unmute yourself.
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Fire department has to respond to an abandoned construction project causing neighboring occupants to become quasi-homeless. Yesterday, a firefighter fell through the floor of a burning, vacant Hollywood apartment building. In the hills, there is a residence that has been vacant for the past 2 decades. Yet it seems that the city of Los Angeles is incentivizing via ED1 developers to purchase occupied homes and kicking little old ladies out onto the street. Yes, literally little old ladies. Ask yourselves, is the city of Los Angeles wanting to end homelessness, or is it responsible for creating people experiencing homelessness? Your actions in that horseshoe may answer that question. Thank you.
Okay, next caller.
Digits ending in 5554. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, Sean from Canoga Park.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
One in general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the item.
Item number one, business item 4, we need more business, especially in CD2. There's Victory in Laurel Canyon. There's hardly any business there. We need to get, for the new councilman or council lady, please put new businesses in that district, my old district. General public comment. Kamala Harris should vote for Kamala Harris. Mark, I enjoyed the celebration of your inauguration, and the food was good. Soul food was good. I enjoyed it. All we can do a good job as president. I'm still praying for you. Whoever's running for CD2, please bring some more business in there. Candido, I'd like to say hello to you. Thanks.
All right, that was our last caller. That concludes public comment for today's meeting. Mr. Clerk, what's before us at this time?
Mr. President, there is a request to continue item number 1 to November 8th.
All right, without objection, that'll be the order.
The council may now take up item 47.
All right, this is a settlement. It seems like there wasn't a desire for a closed session on the item, so if you could just read the settlement and we'll call the roll.
Yes, sir. For item 47 in the case entitled Boyd Fire Subrogation Cases, Victor Aguirre et al. Versus Steve S. Lee et al., there is a recommendation to reject the plaintiff's offer of settlement.
All right, and the recommendation of the committee is to reject this settlement, so that is what is before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now take up items 2, 28 through 39, and 42 through 45.
All right, those items are now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now take up item number 5, held special by comments for Councilmember Rodriguez.
Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you. Colleagues, item number 5 is relative to the support for the homeless emergency account. Yesterday, Mr. Blumenfield, as chair of Budget and Finance, raised a number of red flags associated with the condition and the state of our finances in this city. And while I've continued to be the sole no vote on this item, I just want to bring to everyone's attention that the expenditures associated with these efforts in many respects are duplicative from the efforts that we are already funding through LAHSA, for efforts that many of our offices are already individually funding for outreach services, and in the state of the financial condition that our city is currently facing, I think it really behooves everyone to take a much deeper dive and to have some very difficult conversations about the amount of money that is being expended to address homelessness in the manner that it is done in association with this funding. And so it's for that reason that I will continue to vote no on this item, but I'm raising this to everyone's attention because I understand and recognize how difficult it is to have these conversations. But the truth of the matter is, our financial circumstances in this city can no longer afford us to just blindly support the expenditures as they're being made. There's a lot of duplication in outreach. There's a lot of duplication in the housing and not utilizing some of the existing resources that have already been funded through some of our previous efforts, whether it was through the interim solutions that were provided with state funds, but also, as we continue to engage in conversations with the county to ensure that many of our locations are qualified under the alliance agreement, we are both paying for services and housing that the county should otherwise be picking up the tab on. And so it's for that reason that I will continue to vote no, and I want to encourage you all to start really reflecting deeply about the state of our financial situation in this city and how we cannot afford to just continue to do the same because we are just unable to at this juncture. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Rahman.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Rodriguez. And I do want to thank the members of the committee, including yourself, who've been a strong voice on ensuring that we have greater visibility and accountability on our homelessness spending. I think the last point that you mentioned is really one that I do want to underscore. I think it is really important to ensure that we are moving as many as possible of our Inside Safe units to Alliance eligible units and getting those services paid for by the county. It would have our expenditures there and allow us to serve more people while spending the same amount of money. And I do think that's really important, something that we've discussed in the committee over and over again. The mayor's office has made some progress, and I look forward to seeing more progress. And so I want to thank you for your continued attention to that issue. And I hope that we as a city can do better on it. I also do hope that as we move forward towards a moment of fiscal challenges that we as a council set up with some of our own decisions earlier this year, that we pay the same amount of scrutiny to every piece of our spending across the city, not just on homelessness, but on every single piece of our spending. I don't want there to be double standards in this, and I'm working very hard in the committee to bring you more data, to bring you more insights into how our spending is happening so that you can scrutinize every dollar, and that is my responsibility as the chair, and I've taken that very seriously, and I look forward to seeing that across every piece of our work here in this city, and every piece of service that we deliver to our constituents. So thank you all.
Thank you so much. Seeing no other members on the queue for this item, let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
13 ayes, 1 no.
All right, what's next?
So the council may now take up item 26, called special by Councilmember Rahman.
Councilmember Rahman, item 26.
Okay, didn't realize I'd be talking twice in a row, sorry. I just wanted to share, I know the mayor took action on the alfresco ordinance when it was about to change from its previous COVID form to its new form, because so many of our businesses had not signed up for the permanent ordinance program. And so I'm grateful to the mayor for her actions on it, and I introduced this motion to see how we can actually make sure that the barriers that businesses are facing into making their alfresco units into permanent alfresco units are addressed. Alfresco, I think, in my district, we have some of the best restaurants in the entire city. I'll fight you all for it. But I just want to say that these are really incredible community resources, and the alfresco program has really enlivened streets, has brought people out into our neighborhoods, has made some of our neighborhoods that used to be quieter into places that are lively and community friendly. And I think for us to be able to do the work to ensure that those businesses are able to sign up for this permanent program is really important. That's what this motion seeks to do. And I know so many of you guys on this body have talked about how important this issue is, and I hope that we're able to make real progress on this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Rahman. Let's open the roll on this item, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right, next.
The council may now take up items 40 and 41, called special by Councilmember Hernandez.
All right, Councilmember Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President. Colleagues, I'm really excited about these motions. I want to just start off by thanking Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez and Councilmember McCosker for moving this with me and seconding these motions around education requirements and sponsoring visas so that people can work in the city. For item 40, the visa sponsorship, we're pushing for the city to be able to sponsor work visas for city job applicants so that we can attract top talent. I've interviewed folks on visas and have not been able to hire them because of the lack of resources and opportunity here at the city to work with visas. So we're missing out on a lot of skilled candidates that could be working with us. And we need to make sure that our hiring practices also come forth and meet the 21st century models around equity and inclusivity. And for item number 40, we want to make sure that other people's experiences count towards being able to be hired by the city. Right now, we rely heavily on education requirements, but a lot of people have a lot of work experience. And so we want work experience to be able to count when education requirements are not being met. There are many Angelenos who are valuable, who have a lot of hands-on experience, but can't afford the cost of education or college, and so that limits their opportunities here with the city. And we shouldn't exclude otherwise qualified candidates because they don't have that educational background. Many people are juggling families, work, long commutes, and going back to school is simply not an option for them. Also, city jobs must be accessible to all who are capable of serving Los Angeles effectively. And that means sometimes that they don't have a college degree, but they have a lot of work experience. So excited for these motions to move forward so that we can open up the pools of people that we can hire to serve our city. Thank you.
Thanks so much for that good work. Let's open the roll on this item, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now move on to item 49, called special by Councilmember McCosker.
Councilmember McCosker.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. First, I want to move item A, the substitute motion, and I'll ask for a second, and I would like to speak to it briefly. Do I have a second? I have a second. Thank you.
Councilmember Yaroslavsky seconds.
So the substitute motion deals with the issue that we've had two presenters today speak to us in public comment from the Better Watts Initiative, and I'm grateful to the Better Watts Initiative, their leadership, for being here today. This is about one particular business, among many, but one particular business in Watts. And on the corner of the Jordan High School, there has been a recycling facility of ferrous metals for years. We heard 75 years. And this is a facility that has not been operating well at all. You've heard me speak before about recyclers who do perform well, and we do have them. But this is one that has performed in a manner that has been dangerous to the community, with materials coming off of the site, including projectiles. When you stand, as I did just last week for a football game at Jordan High, when you're standing on the football field, you look across the practice field and there's the wall of the recycling center, and they've actually had the experience of explosions on first day of classes. This place exploded, but over the years, they've had circumstances where they're ripping the metal apart and projectiles have flown over the fence, to the point where there's a portion of the high school that cannot be used by the kids. Can't be there because of the chance that another projectile comes over. So what this motion does is looks at some of the efforts that have already occurred, and then turns, most importantly, to the City Attorney's Office and to the EPA and to our partners to look to see how we can abate this nuisance, remove it entirely. We're not asking them to conform to codes. We're not asking them to comply with whatever might be standards for a recycling center. We're saying abate, injunction, remove this use. And I'm grateful to the mayor. Last weekend, the mayor hosted the EPA administrator, Michael Reagan, who actually spoke to this very issue and has committed the EPA to be on our side. So the Better Watts Initiative and the community of Watts has been kind of on their own, working on their own for years and years. And now we have the city, and I hope the state, because we're also calling on the Attorney General here to concentrate on this issue, and the feds to see if we can all work together to abate this nuisance and remove this use, and ultimately put this property into brownfields and clean it up and have it be a healthy and purposeful use that will serve the community. I ask for your aye vote.
Thank you so much. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Mr. President, council has motions for posting and referral.
They are posted and referred.
The desk is clear.
All right, announcements, members. Announcements to my left, announcements to my right. Seeing none, I'll ask everyone in the chamber to rise for adjourning motions and Mr. McCosker's announcement.
I have an announcement from the 1-5 before we get to adjourning motions. I have an announcement that we are once again hosting or having the Many Winters Gathering of Elders. It was created, this happening was created October 12th, 1992, to reclaim traditional spaces, dismantle the myth of manifest destiny, and heal from historical and intergenerational traumas. This will be in our harbor area. This will be the 18th Many Winters Gathering of Elders. It's scheduled for October 10th, starting tomorrow, and continuing through Sunday, the 13th, in San Pedro at the Angels Gate Cultural Center. To get there, you go all the way down to the end of Gaffey Street at 36th, turn right, and you're into the Cultural Center. The Many Winters Gathering of the Elders plays a vital role in Los Angeles Native communities' healing with the participation and support of the original peoples of this land. The vision of the gathering is to host a sacred space in an urban setting with the intention to learn, to pray, to support Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities, and to inspire a healthier future. The gathering hosts and welcomes Indigenous leaders from across the region to share oral traditions, teachings, and medicine. Indigenous elders have been central in sharing their lived knowledge and their daily and generational struggles while participating in these gatherings over the many years. Elders from local tribes, including the Gabrielino Shoshone, the Gabrielino Tongva, and the Chumash will be there, as well as many tribes across the country from Arizona to New York. The gathering takes place under an arbor, which serves as the traditional place of teaching and learning where elders pass on knowledge to the younger generation, and it's part of the intergenerational healing from historic trauma. We hope to have everybody come down to the gathering. It is a place, I will tell you, where there is no alcohol, no drugs, no photos, no videos. It's a sacred spot, but it really is lovely. Everyone is welcome, and folks like me come and listen. The participation is to listen and to observe and to support. So we hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Any adjourning motions to my left? Any adjourning motions to my right? All right. Seeing none, we're adjourned. Thank you so much, everybody.